All right, let's jump right in today. We've got some interesting stuff happening in the markets, from tech to crypto to even a little bit of geopolitics.
Sounds like we've got a full plate today.
Yeah, we'll start with CES 2025, where Nvidia made some big splashes.
Yeah, their CEO, Jensen Huang, always a showman, right? With the leather jacket.
Definitely seems to be his signature look. But more than that, Nvidia really solidified their position in the automotive world this year.
Oh, absolutely. Their partnership with Toyota is huge.
Huge is an understatement. Toyota's next-gen vehicles are going to be using NVIDIA's Drive AGX Orin supercomputer and their Drive OS operating system.
That's going to push driver assistance features way forward. Nvidia's looking at a potential $5 billion year in automotive next fiscal year.
$5 billion. Wow. But all that AI integration, it does make you think about the impact on jobs.
Right, like analyst Gordon Johnson brought up. But then you have someone like Ross Gerber calling Nvidia's innovations world-changing.
Definitely a double-edged sword there.
Yeah.
But shifting gears a bit, remember Samsung's little Ballie robot? The rolling one?
Oh, yeah. How could you forget that little guy?
Well, get ready because it's actually hitting the market in the first half of this year.
It's not so little anymore, though. From tennis ball size to bowling ball, it projects movies, controls your smart home, even suggests wine pairings.
Wow, wine pairings. That's fancy. No word on price yet, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing it won't be cheap.
Speaking of price, let's talk Bitcoin. And specifically, this new downside-protected Bitcoin ETF from Calamos.
Downside protected. What does that even mean for Bitcoin?
So it basically uses Treasury securities and options to kind of act as a buffer against losses.
So you still get the potential for gains, but with a safety net.
Exactly. It launches January 22nd, ticker symbol CBOJ, if anyone's interested. It could be a good option for those who are wary of Bitcoin's, well, volatility.
Makes sense. Now, this is an interesting one. Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum co-founder, just turned a bunch of meme coins into a pretty hefty donation.
Yeah, he liquidated meme coins that were gifted to him, ended up with over $940,000, which went straight to his Conroe charity.
That's impressive. This isn't his first big philanthropic move either. Remember that massive Shiba Inu donation he made during COVID?
Yeah, he's definitely shown a commitment to putting his crypto wealth towards good causes. Now, for something completely different, remember former President Trump's idea about buying Greenland?
That was certainly a headline grabber.
Well, the idea seems to be resurfacing. Betting platforms are seeing increased odds of a deal actually happening before 2029.
Really? What's driving that speculation?
Rumors are swirling about Donald Trump Jr. making a visit to Greenland, fueling the fire a bit.
It's a long shot, considering Greenland's prime minister has flat out said they're not for sale. But stranger things have happened.
For sure. Back to the stock market, Tesla remains as polarizing as ever.
Always a hot topic. Gary Black's future fund just made Tesla their third largest holding.
That's despite Tesla missing its delivery targets last quarter. Black's still bullish, though, setting a $380 price target.
He's betting on a potential new affordable model coming out. But he also mentioned the risk of the EV tax credit being eliminated.
Yeah, in Europe, when they got rid of similar credits, EV sales tanked. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out here.
Absolutely. Now, Palantir's been getting a lot of attention, too. Just received an underweight rating from Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, they're concerned about the stock's high valuation. But then you have Jim Cramer predicting a buying surge. It's a real tug-of-war.
So, opinions are divided on Palantir's future. Unfortunately, not every company is generating such passionate debate. MGP Ingredients, for example, their stock took a nosedive.
Yeah, weaker demand, high inventory levels, not a good combo. And now multiple law firms are investigating them.
Oof, investors are questioning if they were misled about the company's financials. This is why transparency is so crucial.
Couldn't agree more. Now, this is one to watch. Veteran trader Peter Brandt is predicting a huge potential surge for XRP.
Huge how?
He's talking a possible 5-fold increase, even suggesting a $500 billion market cap.
Wow, that's bold. Even for someone with Brandt's experience. We'll have to see if that pans out.
Time will tell. All right, ready to move on to some CES highlights.
Yeah, let's hear about what ASUS has been up to.
Their ROG line, Republic of Gamers, they had some pretty slick new gaming laptops and desktops on display.
Yeah, I saw some pictures online. They really went all out on the design this year.
Especially those Strix Scar laptops, top-of-the-line Intel and Nvidia chips. Crazy good cooling systems, they're beasts.
What about for gamers who, are on the go?
They haven't forgotten about portability. The Zephyrus line is still going strong, super thin, but don't let that fool ya. They pack a punch. And they even have a 2-in-1 gaming tablet now, the Flow Z13. Pretty wild.
So they're covering all the bases. Hardcore gamers, casual gamers, gamers on the move.
Pretty much. Now, Samsung, they had a big announcement, too, at CES. Their Galaxy Impact event is happening January 22nd.
The Galaxy S25 reveal. Everyone's been waiting for that, especially that Ultra model.
The leaks are saying it's going to be a beauty, even thinner bezels than the latest iPhone. And apparently, they've really stepped up their AI game.
AI integration. That's getting more and more interesting. What are they going to use it for? Personalized recommendations, even better camera features.
All of that's possible. The price is a big question mark, though. Their flagships have usually been around $799, but some analysts are thinking we might see a price hike this time around.
We'll have to wait and see. Now, switching gears a bit, there are some legal developments that investors should be aware of. Several law firms are investigating Empire Petroleum Corp.
Oh, yeah, this could get messy. They're looking into possible breaches of fiduciary duty, allegations of self-dealing. Not good.
And speaking of investigations, remember MGP Ingredients, the one whose stock took a hit recently?
Yep, the one with the soft demand and the excess inventory. Well, those law firms are digging into that, too.
Trying to figure out if MGP misled investors about their financials. This is why transparency is so important.
Absolutely. Speaking of transparency, remember Symbotic Inc., the automation tech company?
The one that had to restate their financials.
Yeah.
What about them?
Well, their stock plummeted after that news came out, and now Robbins LLP is investigating whether they misled investors about their financial health. It just goes to show, even in the tech world, you can't cut corners on accounting practices.
It's a good reminder for all investors. Now, before we move on, I wanted to share a feel-good story I came across. It involves Vitalik Buterin again.
The Ethereum co-founder. What's he up to now?
So, besides being a crypto whiz and a major philanthropist, he's also an animal lover. He just adopted a baby hippopotamus.
A baby hippo, seriously.
Yep. Her name is Mudang, and he even donated a bunch of Ethereum to support her and her family.
That's actually really sweet. It's good to see that kind of compassion.
It is. All right, back to CES. Nvidia had one more massive announcement up their sleeve. The Grace Blackwell NVLink 72 system.
Yes, the monster system. 72 Blackwell GPUs over 2,500 Grace CPU cores. It's insane.
Designed for the most demanding AI applications. They claim it offers 4 times the performance per watt compared to their previous systems.
And Jensen Huang, well, he tried to have a little fun with the presentation.
Oh, yeah. What did he do this time?
Tried to recreate that Captain America's shield moment from Avengers Endgame. You know, the I can do this all day scene.
He really does like his superhero references. Gotta give him credit for trying.
It was a nice touch. A little levity amidst all the tech jargon. Now, for our last segment today, let's touch on a couple more legal matters.
Sounds good. What do we have?
Robbins LLP is encouraging investors who bought Symbotic Inc. stock and suffered losses to reach out to them.
Right. They're saying that Symbotic wasn't exactly honest about their financial situation, which led to those losses for investors.
And it's a similar story with MGP Ingredients. Robbins LLP is also reaching out to folks who bought their stock between specific dates.
Oh, you mean when their stock tanked after they admitted to having all that excess inventory and weaker demand than expected?
Exactly. The lawsuit alleges they weren't upfront about those issues, causing the stock to plummet and investors to lose money.
These situations really underline how important it is to do your homework before investing.
Due diligence is key. Always got to understand the risks involved.
Couldn't agree more. So to wrap things up today, what's the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
Stay informed, do your research, and never be afraid to ask questions before making an investment.
Absolutely. Diversify those portfolios. And remember, knowledge is power when it comes to the markets.
Well said. That's all the time we have for today's Financial News Roundup. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more market updates and insights.
Until then, happy investing, everyone.